Joy Television amawulire agokya kwemu tuba twayingiddewo dda eddakiika ziri 4 ezakayita ku ssaawa emu eyakawungeezi nkwanyiriza mu mawulire agokya kwemu nze Vicky Blessing atoleire ogga kusomera kansoke nga kwe mu bufunze oluvannyuma nkomewo nga kwe mu bujjuvu tovaako.
Snow Music Studio.
Omutindo gw'ebyenjigiriza. Uganda etumbula okukola amagi n'emmere y'abaana mu ggwanga. Omukozi wa URA akwatiddwa ku bigambibwa eby'enguzi ya $6. Yunivasite ya Africa Tesh Etororo ekebeddwa olukiiko olw'ebyenjigiriza obwa waggulu. Kabaka wa Bugwe ayagala omugabo ku nsimbi ez'ensalo ya Busia. Enteekateeka ya ssente emu mu East African Community esoomozeddwa obutafaananako nga mu byenfuna. Presidential CEO Charity Run ekungaanyiza ensimbi okuyamba abaana abaliko obulemu.
Snow Music Studio. Snow Music Studio.
Akatwegattako tuli mu mawulire agokya kwemu nze Vicky Blessing ogga kusomera ate gwe abaddeko okuva gye tutandikidde weebale nnyo weebalire ddala. Gano ge mawulire agokya ag'olwaleero. Uganda etandise enkola empya okutumbula omutindo obwangu n'obukwatagana mu bwenjigiriza n'obwetaavu bw'abaana. Enkola zino zizingiramu okuyigiriza nga basinziira ku busobozi bw'omuyizi, okukyusa ensomesa n'okukozesa tekinologiya ne artificial intelligence mu byenjigiriza. Katubirabe.
In 2020, the National Curriculum Development Center rolled out the revised lower secondary curriculum, a competence-based learning approach, which placed greater emphasis on practical skills, interaction, and learner-centered education. The center says the reforms were intended to equip learners with practical skills and knowledge that responded to changing demands of society and the job market.
There are new approaches on how we can integrate climate education in our delivery systems,
Similarly, the advanced level curriculum was also rolled out and was followed by a review of the primary school curriculum as part of efforts to improve learning across all levels. The National Curriculum Development Center started engagement with the government on expanding ICT infrastructure to support digital learning and use of artificial intelligence. The center says the technology must be introduced in a way that does not widen the gap between learners with access to modern facilities and those in underserved facilities.
We have cases, of course, and general cases where access to technology is still a challenge. So we appreciate that the challenges are there, but the government has designed deliberate programs to provide those facilities to a number of our schools.
For early childhood education, NCDC is set to engage government to consider a lighter and more age-appropriate learning schedule for kindergarten learners with about 2 hours of learning a day. The proposal is intended to give children more time to play and interactive learning, which are important for their development. This will be backed up by a framework to regulate the distance young learners should travel to access schools in an effort to reduce the burden on children who trek long distances to schools.
And I believe as a country we need to start legislating on that. Where you find a parent is living in Gayaza, but he takes his child to study in Luganda. That is against the law. If you work in Gayaza, get a school around Gayaza, the law should be that don't send your child 5 kilometers out of your home.
The new measures will be among the issues discussed at the second International Conference on Curriculum Development, scheduled for August 20th, 2026.
NCDC will draw on the lessons, evidence, and innovations and recommendations emerging from the conference to strengthen our continuing work in curriculum development, implementation, review, and improvement.
More than 700 education stakeholders are expected to attend the conference under the theme Innovative Curriculum Approaches for Sustainable Education in a Globalized World. The conference will provide a platform to assess Uganda's curriculum reforms and explore new approaches to improve education and prepare learners.
Eyo nga tuvuddeyo ate minisita w'ebyobusuubuzi amakolero n'obwegassi etandise enteekateeka ey'okutumbula okukola amagi n'emmere y'abaana mu Uganda. Enteekateeka eno yatandikibwawo nga ekolera ku kiragiro kya Pulezidenti Yoweri Kaguta Museveni ng'ekigendererwa kwe kwongera okukozesa ebintu ebikolebwa bannayuganda n'okendeeza ku byamaguzi ebiva ebweru w'eggwanga.
As part of the national assessment of Uganda's egg and baby food industry, the State Minister for Industry, Honorable David Bahati, has conducted an inspection of Pristine Foods Limited in Kamuli A Village, Chirika. Pristine Foods currently stands as the only egg processing facility in East and Central Africa, making it the focal point of government's new industrialization strategy. During the visit, Minister Bahati emphasized that the development of the egg industry aligns with the government's 10-point program, specifically the goal of building an integrated and self-sustaining economy.
Self-sustaining and integrated in the sense that the bakeries in Uganda will buy products, liquid egg, from this factory now. So Turkey doesn't have to transport trays of eggs.
He noted that by processing eggs locally, Uganda can significantly reduce its import bill.
And we are now importing $30 million of mayonnaise according to Joel. And importing this means that you are exporting jobs of Ugandans.
The government's resolve includes a dual focus on economic growth and social welfare.
I'm under instructions as the Minister of Industry to develop the eggs industry. And Joel Prestina Foods Limited has started, and we should be supported. So we're going to look at the requirements that they need and see whether government can be of any help.
Joel Guma, the managing director of Pristine Foods, highlights the technical advantages of processing.
Uganda was struggling with bird flu, where our eggs are being blocked from going into Kenya and Rwanda, and bird flu could be sorted out if you had an egg processing factory where you'd process products and you're able to kill this bug, that H1N5 that's in the egg, and then it is fit again for human consumption.
80% of Guma's workforce are young people under the age of 30, and the business supports countless others across the supply chain, from farms to roadside vendors. In response to the President's directive, the ministry is currently finalizing an assessment of Uganda's egg production capacity and a review of existing processing infrastructure. Minister Bahati promised to mobilize farmers and address the requirements needed to develop a massive industry of eggs that will support both the parish development model and large-scale factories.
Ateyo Uganda Revenue Authority giyite URA mu bufunze ekutte omukozi waayo Sozi Geoffrey kubigambibwa nti yakkiriza $6 okukyusa alipoota ey'okwekebejja emisolo.
Uganda Revenue Authority has arrested its member of staff who serves as manager external operations customs in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania over allegations of corruption. Sozi Geoffrey is accused of illicitly receiving a bribe of $60,000.
So the money is here.
Equivalent to about 220 million Uganda shillings.
So they had originally asked for $100,000, but then they bargained down to $60,000.
I was made to make statements, and I stated what I knew as a proof, which was all rejected.
According to URA, its investigation team acted on a tip-off from a whistleblower and tracked Sozi to an undisclosed restaurant in Kampala, where he was allegedly caught receiving the money.
In the evening, we're talking like at 9 p.m. approximately. The client was waiting from like 7:30, unknown to the URA staff. They were being trailed. And after money was exchanged, the $60,000, that's when the gentleman was arrested.
However, Sozi has denied having had knowledge about the money.
I just picked, I think subconsciously, honestly, I just picked it. When I go to restaurants, sometimes you can request for a takeaway, you can request for if you have leftovers, then you can request for a takeaway. And I told them that I can assure you this, I thought maybe it is a friendly gift, because these taxpayers gave us a friendly gift.
While the Uganda Revenue Authority has not given details about the company in question that delivered $60,000 to its member of staff, Robert Karumba, the URA spokesperson, has given reasons as to why any company would exchange bribes with its staff, and one of the reasons is to influence audits.
So company you see jogera. Most taxpayers out there, I think because of trying to evade taxes or fear, I don't know, they normally think that by bypassing procedure they can get away.
Sozi and his alleged accomplices will be taken to court to face charges. Others are still at large. Meanwhile, Uganda Revenue Authority plans to procure more fleet to strengthen its enforcement efforts against corruption nationwide.
One, to equip our intelligence team with all the necessary support. What do I mean? Gadgets, infiltration. We have actually recently bought boats to help us patrol the lakes. Number three, we're also in the process of purchasing drones to also help us in the fight against corruption.
More than 150 URA officers have reportedly been suspended from service over allegations of corruption.
Eyo nga tuvuddeyo yo enteekateeka y'okutandikawo Africa Tech University e Tororo egenda mu maaso nga university eno emaze okwekebejja National Council for Higher Education.
Situated on more than 300 acres, the former National Livestock Resources Research Institute facility is being transformed into the proposed Africa Technology University. The institution is being developed by Royal City Ministries with a vision of establishing a center of learning that goes beyond conventional university education.
We have chosen a very good venue. Tororo City is a city that is promising in industry. We already have a number of industries here, cement-based and others are on the way, steel milling and what have you, name it. And that's where we want to base our university.
Its proprietors say research, innovation and practical problem solving will be at the heart of the institution, with particular attention given to challenges affecting Uganda and the wider East African region. The university's location near the Uganda-Kenya border is also seen as strategic, while its comprehensive master plan outlined plans for its future growth and development.
And we have a vision for extreme efficiency, extreme reflection, extreme digging up of knowledge and research and innovation for the younger generation that is coming to this continent. There are going to be other opportunities that wherever you have a university setting, and that place willy-nilly grows.
A delegation from the National Council for Higher Education spent time in Tororo carrying out an assessment and verification exercise as part of the process towards accreditation.
We feel that our students, based on the education model that we are going to use, by the time they leave this campus, after they graduate, maybe after 3 years, maybe after 4 years, depending on their degree, that not only are they ready to start work at any type of industry of their choice, but they will also be job creators.
The Council's findings and recommendations will be important in determining when the proposed institution can officially open its doors to students.
And we're expecting good news within a couple of weeks from here.
Once operational, the university plans to begin with at least 10 academic programs, including nursing, midwifery, public health, medical laboratory science, computer science, information technology, law and business administration.
Ate ye kabaka wa Bwenego bwa Bugwe Robert Obora asabye gavumenti okumuwa ku nsimbi ezikunganyizibwa ku nsalo y'ebusiya ziyambeko mu nkulaakulana y'ekitundu.
The Busia One-Stop Border Post remains one of Uganda's key gateways for cross-border trade, facilitating the movement of people and goods between Uganda and Kenya, while contributing significantly to government revenue. During his address, King Obara said, gold mining and cross-border trade remain important sources of income for Busia, but many residents have not reaped the benefits.
It was special treatment First, government a certain percentage. When you the paralyzed business, the paralyzed. Yes, kusaba for expansion.
The cultural leaders called on government to reconsider the restriction on gold royalty and also appealed for a share of the revenue collected at Busia Customs, urging that the border post generates significant revenue for the country while the surrounding communities still face development issues.
Yes, that's a different case. So, one if Barbara, if you also have it in consideration.
It would be of benefit to us through his kingdom to support the development of the kingdom if the government gives at least a small portion of the proceeds.
Up with a write-up that can support the kingdom to get some facilitation The moment we get some facilitation, we can be able to mobilize our finger up with the write-up.
Responding to their concerns, Ambassador Barbara Nekesa Oundo pledged continued government support to cultural institutions and their development initiatives.
Babolanga bati peace, unity and development. Mwijuisa philosophy. Si chuhanga. NRM yeja ni mani yomu lama kwa luku hazi, luku kenda. Peace, unity and development. Awa abuna kutebe nkevu. Suwa habasa obulala.
During the visit, the NRM National Treasurer donated cash towards the Kingdom's Education Fund and also provided cattle to support farming and income-generating activities within the Kingdom.
Use their positions to help their people fight poverty. Adaha bandu bali national bahose bifo byabewa bihoso kuyamba banesi abandu babwe batula.
Owenengo Bwabugweri was established following the Traditional and Cultural Leaders Act of 2013, which brought together Bugweri clan leaders to document and preserve their history and cultural heritage.
Eyo nga tuvuddeyo ateyo enteekateeka y'omukago gwa East African Community okutandikawo ensimbi emu mu mwaka gwa 2031 esanga okusoomozebwa olw'obutatuukiriza ebisaanyizo eby'ebyenfuna. Gavana wa Bank of Uganda, Dr. Mike, agamba nti obudde obuteereddwawo buyinza obutamala okusinziira ku sipiidi ensi eziri mu mukago gye zituukirizaamu ebisaanyizo ebyo. Katubirabe.
East African Community member states have set 2031 as the target for achieving a monetary union, a major step towards deeper regional integration. But while the vision is clear, the road to one currency is far from straightforward. For Bank of Uganda Governor Dr. Michael Ego, the biggest question is whether all member states can move at the same speed in meeting the macroeconomic conditions required for monetary union.
It's all linked to Dennis. Single currency 2031. This single currency is achievable if we can meet the convergence criteria. But of course, the convergence criteria is facing challenges in that we are not all evolving to the convergence at the same rate. Some countries are lagging behind. Then also, the recent global environment is affecting the speed at which we are realizing the convergence variables as required. And for a single currency to be meaningful, you need to have converged. Now,
at the recent meeting of EAC Central Bank Governors in Kampala, the region's monetary authorities expressed optimism that the dream of a single currency remains achievable.
Fellow governors, regarding the East African Monetary Union convergence criteria, I wish to note that Kenya continues to meet the convergence criteria on inflation and foreign exchange reserves.
Honorable governors, beyond maintaining domestic macroeconomic stability, the National Bank of Rwanda remains fully committed to the objectives of this committee and to the broader East African Monetary Union agenda.
While partner states are at the different stages of convergence, South Sudan reaffirms its commitment to the EAC integration agenda and the successful establishment of the East African Monetary Union by 2031.
Yet beneath the optimism lies a practical challenge. Economies within the bloc are moving at different speeds. Governor Ego argues that instead of allowing the entire region to wait for every country to be ready, the community could consider a variable geometry approach.
There is what economists called, I think, geometric conversion, variable geometry, correct, variable geometry. If any two countries are ready and have met the criteria, they can begin with the single currency.
The East African Monetary Union Protocol was signed on 30th of November 2013 in accordance with the EAC Treaty. Its broader goal is to deepen economic integration, boost trade and investment, and ultimately support sustainable economic development across the community.
Eyo nga tuvuddeyo ate nga tuzzeeko ku ludda lw'ebyemizannyo. Abantu abangi beetabye mu mpaka z'okudduka eza Presidential CEO Charity Run Entebbe. Empaka zino zaakungaanyizza ensimbi okuyamba abaana abaliko obulemu mu Entebbe Welfare School nga waneno Minisita w'ebyenjigiriza n'ebyemizannyo yawaddeyo obukadde 10 okuyambako ku nsonga eyo. Katubirabe.
The Entebbe community and surrounding areas turned up in large numbers for the 5-kilometer charity race, combining sport with a cause aimed at improving the welfare of children with special needs. State Minister for Sports Peter Gwang flagged off the runners and later announced a 10 million shilling contribution from the Ministry of Education and Sports.
As you're all aware, as government and as the Ministry of Education and Sports, we are fully committed to our education program, but also we thank the social corporate responsibility from most of the CEOs who come in to supplement on what government is doing.
As a ministry, they've given us 10 million shillings, and everything that we've made here today is going to the children of welfare. So we are excited to push and see that we keep helping.
The funds will support the construction of classroom blocks at Entebbe Welfare School. Ogwang also commended Entebbe Municipality for its development, particularly improvements in the road network, which he said are enhancing sporting activities and the city's transformation.
For the people who come here, the advantages of such activities are quite enormous. Talk about non-communicable diseases. Talk about your personal physical fitness.
The turn-up was good, yes. And the Entebbe community, led by the mayor of this Entebbe municipality, they all mobilized people and they are all here.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Presidential CEO Forum, Irene Birungi Mugisha, thanked the public and the Entebbe community for responding to the charity call in large numbers.
That they need to expand their school, they need to put better accommodation facilities, they need to put more extra classroom, and as such also they need to be supported with so many scholastic materials. So we thought for us it's a noble cause.
As Entebbe, we've decided this doesn't stop today. From now on, every Thursday at 5 o'clock, we are going to do exercise.
Sponsors and participants also shared what motivated them to take part in the race.
If you see the children with disability, really, I'm calling all investors. We need to do something to such school. Not only this school, many schools who take care about the children with disability. I would like also to thank Madam Irene Birungi, the CEO from the President of CEO Forum, for making these things happen.
I participated in this marathon because the cause was so phenomenal. It was so good. It spoke dear to me. It is helping people with disabilities, so we had to take part as Entebbe Women's Tribe.
The 2026 Presidential CEO Charity Run was held under the theme Save a Life, Change a Future.
Ate nno buli eyeetabye mu mpaka ezo ez'okudduka weebale nnyo weebalire ddala wakoze ky'amaanyi kubanga wayambye omwana aliko obulemu naawe yasobodde okusonda ku nsimbi eziyamba abaana abaliko obulemu Mukama akikubalire ate akuddizeewo ekisingira ddala. Joy Television amawulire agookya go gawedde. Tusisinkane olunaku olw'enkya essaawa emu. Mbaagala nnyo Mukama abankumire. Nze Keep Blessing.